Hello, beautiful soul family, nature family. I hope you're all having a wonderful day. I wish you all the best. In today's video, I'm just going to talk about gratitude and I am, which basically is meditation. It's something I talk about all the time. But in this video, we're going to talk about gratitude mainly. And gratitude is really the key to being happy all the time, all the time. Because if you have true gratitude, then it's like, I'm so grateful for this doobie. I'm so grateful that I'm in Nepal. I'm so grateful I have a bed to sleep on. I can eat food. Like if you really start stacking up what you're grateful, it starts exciting you. Like this life we live is beautiful. Like that you even have a roof and that you have a bed and all these things. Just like stay in the vibration of whatever you do. Say thank you. Like you not just like oh because you have to do it or anything like that. Practice from your heart, feeling and saying like before you eat, like really like thank you for the food. You can say thank God. You can thank yourself. You whatever you can thank life. You can thank your parents because everything is technically the same thing. So if you just express like giving is receiving. So if you express gratitude all the time for every happening, basically like you don't have to say thank you. Everything something happens, but when you feel that there's a situation like food, drinks, or something someone gives you, or you cook a meal yourself, before you eat it, you can say Om, you can chant, you say Om Namah Shivaya, you can say grace, or you just say really like thank you food, like thank you, and you feel it in your heart. Because this video is purely from my heart. We just watched a video about giving voice to wisdom and they channel God. And in that video, they talk about 100% celebration of life. Because we can take like gratitude and celebration is basically very similar because you're so grateful for a thing or you're celebrating a thing. That means you appreciate it. Because basically putting attention and then words from feeling on something increases its value for you, for your soul. You feel better when you have it. It's literally like you're amplifying reality and you're just feeling better and better. Because when we're outside of our minds and we watch all the thoughts come and go and literally don't attach to the thinker, and you when you don't identify with the thinker, you reach a higher level of intelligence, and that is living from your heart, from your soul, which is non-duality. And it doesn't mean you can't go back into duality with your mind, but if you just for a second ever realize that your heart, who you truly are, is the heart of God. You are love. God doesn't, like God can move you think this and that. The creator is unconditional love. Everything in this world is running on God's love. Like the will of God is the will of love. Unconditional love is basically the key to heaven, and gratitude is a big part of reaching unconditional love. If you just are really grateful for everything that's happening, everything, and you treat your life as a miracle. You treat every happening as a miracle. And life excites you. You can go out and smile at just fucking the bushes or the flowers. You go smell them and you're just like amazed over how beautiful nature is, how everything is flowing, how everything works together in nature in such synergy or symbiosis, whatever the fuck you call it. Ja, Rastafari, give thanks to I and I. You know, in ancient texts they say giving prayer before you smoke ganja increases your high. Because it's all about vibration, and ganja raises your vibration to a certain state. And if you're already praying, giving thanks, feeling high, like the most high, and then you smoke, and then you're even higher than if you sit and you're like upset when you're smoking a joint. Like it gets a little higher. But if you're like, yeah, and you give thanks for the herb and everything before, and you basically pray to it, if you want to call that, or give thanks to it. Then when you smoke, you become even happier because you're already happy, so you're just raising the vibration you already have. It's a beautiful thing, and a lot of people miss it with joints. They just roll it and stuff. Like I give thanks and say Om Namah Shivaya or whatever word I feel it from my heart, because there is a new age coming, like where we return to God consciousness, and we live from our hearts. And to live from our hearts, technically we have to let go of our separate self in our minds. And that doesn't mean you're not gonna exist as an individual anymore. It just means that this concept of me through thoughts, identification with concepts and thoughts, that will, part of that is you like hating people, judging people, or all these things that are basically judging yourself. So to truly get into like heaven, truly, like, is to love everything no matter what. Because everything is you, everything is us, everything is we. When you have a mind that is free of judgments, basically it's you, the witness before the mind. You're realizing you're the witness that doesn't get affected by anything in the mind. And basically the witness is in the heart. That's Krishna, that's God, that's Christ, that's whatever you want to call it. Source. Ja. And this new age that's happening, like, you can see it everywhere. Like, you see the synchronicities of people waking up, especially when you're traveling like this. You meet rainbow people with their eyes are shining. You see that it's truly a wave of consciousness. And that is the return of Christ. It's like what's been written in the Bible, but it's not one person. It's Christ consciousness. We go back to unity, where we don't kill, we don't create wars, we don't hate, we don't judge. We just love each other no matter what, because we remember where we are, where we come from. We're all children of God. We're all God at the deepest level, one consciousness, but we're all beautiful creations, children, family, angels of God. And we're returning to an age where everyone remember this, and we have compassion for everyone. We want to help everyone. We don't destroy nature. We don't destroy this. We don't, like, literally, money will even be a joke. Of course we'll have some kind of currency, but heaven is returning. Heaven was always here. It's always there. But we're returning to a state where the collective consciousness returns to a Sat Yuga. A yuga of truth, love, unity, and compassion. And gratitude is such a big part of that, to even get a taste of that. Just in this moment, right now, say thank you. I thank you for watching. Truly, like, I love you no matter what. You are perfect. You were created before time, before you got this ego identity, before you identified the concept of yourself. You were a perfect angel. You are eternal. You're eternal.